Okay, everybody, welcome to this week's Team Rise and Grind team call. I appreciate y'all calling in. I'm hoping to share some tips with y'all to get you inspired for our Team Cup. Okay, LA Dream Chasers. It's kind of neat because we started off with one team, and then Debbie stepped up to lead another team, and I didn't write down all the names. Debbie, what is your team name again?
Success Seekers.
Success Seekers. Yes, I loved it. Okay. And then after she filled her team, we had some other coaches step up and agree to get on teams. So I want to say we've got 13 coaches on teams. We've got 5 and 5, so our 2 teams, and then we've got like 3 other additional coaches on other teams. So it's pretty exciting. Okay, so LA Dream Chasers, our goal for the month is Success Club 15. And I don't know what everybody else's goals are. I'm thinking Debbie's team is probably Success Club 5. I love it. Success Club 5 is good. That's where we all want to try to get. Okay. Success Club 5, and then we just keep moving. Once we get there, we don't stop. And then I know Pam Dunlap is on my Success Partners team, Tammy DeGroot, and their goal is Success Club 10. And I know she's going to be signing her husband, so I explained to her that that's 5 people. One's going to be your husband, and then you've got 4 people you're going to help. So, you break it down like that. So Success Club 5 would be 3 people. And if they do challenge packs, which is Shakeology and a workout, then that is Success Club 6. You'll be at Success Club 6. So that's awesome. Success Club 5 is always our goal. All right, so does anybody have any questions about Team Cup before we get started? Okay, if y'all think of any, post them in the page. And if you have any inspiration come to you, please post that in the page as well. We love engagement. Sherry and Raina and all of us love the engagement. So y'all please feel welcome to share when y'all get inspired. Okay. Well, tonight we're going to talk about finding what works for you and posting the heck out of it with a purpose, okay? Now, what I'm not talking about is just throwing up stock pictures of before and afters from 21 Day Fix that you've Googled, or just pictures of a box of Shakeology, but actually finding what works for you. Okay, so we know that these products work. That's why Beachbody has been so successful, because their products work. So find a product that works for you, whether it's the 21 Day Fix or Masters Hammer and Chisel, whatever it is, pick a program and start it. And do it. Don't skip around in it or pick your favorite workouts from it. I'm totally guilty of that, y'all. I'm learning from my mistakes, and I hope y'all learn from my mistakes. But pick a program and commit to it and do it. So on day 1, you do day 1, day 2, and just keep going. Use the products as they're designed. They're designed that way to get the best results. They're designed that way for a reason. So pick a program and follow it. Post what you're doing. Post, hey, everybody, I'm starting the 21 Day Fix. It doesn't have to be on a Monday, or it doesn't have to be, the first day of the month. You could say, I've been off the wagon. Like, for instance, Carrie's been sick. I've been sick. I'm starting over. I'm so excited to be restarting this program. So share your strengths and your struggles and all of your tips. You will learn things that help you get through whatever program it is that you're doing. Share those tips with people. They will appreciate it. Don't hide it for yourself. Share things with people. Every time you learn something, try to keep like a notebook of every time an idea comes to you, just like something like just a cute little notebook. And every time an idea comes to you, jot it down. And also keep in that same notebook, maybe start in the back and write down things you're grateful for. Whatever. It can be, I was grateful that the sun was shining today, or I was grateful that my husband, said thank you today, or whatever. Those things will help keep us positive, and always have an upswing whenever you share your struggle. Like, for instance, today I shared that I went for a run, and at mile 1, my hip was hurting so bad. I've got like some weird knot in my hip that is hurting severely. I don't know what it is, but I had to stop and walk home. So I went out for a 3-mile run, got a 1-mile run and a 1-mile walk home. But at the end of that, at the end of me saying all of that, I said, but I can't complain. I have so much to be grateful for. And then I showed a beautiful picture. The sky was so beautiful. So just adding little things like that, because people love positivity, and they'll be drawn to you if you do that. There are people that are drawn to negative too, but those aren't the kind of people that you're wanting to draw to you. Okay. Like attracts like. All right. So just don't forget to add your upswings to your struggles. We're human. We mess up. We have struggles. So it's okay to let people know that you're human. Share a call to action at least once a day on your posts. Sometimes it will be super obvious, like I am inviting you to my challenge group. Sometimes it won't be so obvious. It'll be more like, let me know if you want to try this. But posting 3 times a day is ideal. You can totally post more if you want to. I'll go days where I'm lucky to get 3 posts in. Hi, Arabellis. Sometimes I'm lucky to get 3 posts in, but sometimes I get 12 in. It just depends on the day and the mood and all that kind of stuff. But at least post 3 times a day if you can. And what I suggest is that you have one that is, I'm sorry, I was just making sure everybody's muted. Okay. One that is food oriented, whether you're sharing a recipe or a picture of your food or something that you've learned about food is really good. Maybe a way that you have learned to season your food that is more healthy than what you used to do. Like before and afters don't always have to be of us. They could be of your food. You could say, before I would have this. After, now I have this. Or before I'd put a big old chunk of butter on my green beans, and now, because I eat clean, I like the way green beans taste, whatever. Okay, so your first post, in any order, your first post of the day doesn't have to be about food, but just make sure you cover these things: food, fitness, and personal. So if you're posting 3 times a day, it's recommended that you do something about food, something about fitness, and something personal. Now, the fitness could be a video of you exercising, or it could be a picture of you after you exercised, or it could be, you can strategically take these pictures. Like sometimes I've stood in front of my TV after I've finished my workout, and, Shaun T is back here on the screen, and I'll, you could even do something funny, hey, my trainer, something fitness oriented, or it could be a tip about fitness. It doesn't have to be a picture at all. It can just be a tip. Now, I will say on Facebook, pictures get the most attention. So I've tried to be very strategic with that. People are visual and pictures get the most attention. And if you have some of these posts stored away feel welcome to use them over and over. Not everybody is going to catch it the first time you post it. So don't feel like you can't share that content again. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and one of the podcasters said that people are so social media, they have such social media ADHD that he posts the exact same status on Facebook every Monday. And he gets tons of comments every Monday. He said, I just really think they don't remember seeing it because people are scrolling and commenting and liking, so you can repurpose your content. You can use it over and over, okay? So when you have really good content, like you just feel like you scored on that post, everybody's engaging. Well, in a couple of weeks, share it again or recreate it if you want. Okay, and then be relatable and approachable. Now, I'm going to tell you, some people are just not going to want anything to do with you because it doesn't have anything to do with you making them feel like you're better than them. That's just what they think. We cannot do anything about that. But we can just do our best to be relatable and approachable. And those people that connect with us will connect with us. They'll engage with us. Okay? So whenever somebody likes or comments on a post that you have made a call to action on, message them. Whether you're just messaging them to kind of feel out the situation, like, hey, thank you so much for commenting on that, especially if it was a vulnerable post. You could say, I was really kind of nervous about posting that, and your support just really encouraged me. And if you feel like it's appropriate, then you could say, are you on a health journey too? So I've started doing that on a lot of my like page posts. Whenever somebody engages regularly with me, actually I've started doing it a lot when people like my page, I'll message them and say, thank you so much for liking my page. Are you on a health journey too? Most of the time I don't hear back from them, but that's okay. All right, so I touched on vulnerability. Being vulnerable, I struggle with this one, so don't use me as the example because I have seen really successful coaches get really good results by being vulnerable, but I still struggle with it myself. But the best coaches post openly about their journeys, okay? They post befores when they start a program with their pictures and stats. I have not posted out there on social media how much I weigh. I have in our challenge groups before, but I don't know why I have such a problem with that. And I haven't posted a lot of vulnerable pictures of me like in a sports bra. I have a few times, but I really feel like if I did that more often, then I would get better results, with people engaging with me. Because I think sometimes people may think that I've got it all together, and they would see that I don't have it all together. Okay? And, those people would relate with me because really none of us have it all together. But they also post weekly updates. Okay? So it could be a weekly picture with their stats, or it could be just, posting maybe some kind of a picture and talking about their progress and how much stronger they're feeling. And then they post their after pictures. Okay, so really, some of us are already posting these kind of pictures in the challenge groups. I see y'all doing it, but we're not posting them out of the challenge groups. Okay, so how do people even know? Do people even know? Do people know what we're doing? Are we putting enough out on our social media that people know that we're coaches and what coaches are, that we're just proof of the product? Okay, so I'm sorry, somebody's here to pick up some or some Energized from me. Roman said, yeah, I think he wanted 4 packets. Okay, sorry about that. One of Roman's friends, my son's 15, and one of his friends at school, his mom asked me today about a pre-workout. A lot of the boys at the school are using something called C4. And I said, ooh, I don't even know what that is, but let's try some Energize. Love that stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay. So find your niche. Share recipes. You know, what I do may not work for everybody. I post like these 15-second workout clips, and I share recipes from the Team Beachbody site. You know, if that's not your thing, find what your niche is. But the recipes and tips, y'all, we have a wealth of knowledge at our Team Beachbody website. So go to that website and find something that you can, post about, and just kind of reword it and add your little, put it in your words. Okay. So maybe it's a fitness tip that they're giving, or maybe it's the recipes. I just copy and paste those. I pull up the recipe on the site and I save the picture on my computer, and then I go onto my like page and I upload the picture and I just copy and paste the recipe. Now, I used to do what Raina does, and I would actually take that same picture and I would put the recipe on the front of the picture, and then put my BeckyMirando@gmail.com at the bottom of the picture. So it's like, if anybody shares it, it links it to me. I don't know. I just stopped doing that. I don't know what the right or wrong way, but that's how I like to do it now. So y'all can try whatever you want. If you do want to play with those pictures with the words on them, Canva.com is really good. They don't have an app. I keep waiting for that, but it's spelled Canva.com. And when I first started using it, it wasn't as user-friendly as I wanted it to be, but the more and more I used it, the easier it got. It's a wonderful site. And we did do a team call on that too, so if you look back, you can watch that team call. Okay, so if you use outside info, just be sure that you double-check the information. In other words, if you're using a recipe from Pinterest, like if you find something that you love and you want to share it, just double check and make sure that the containers are correct, especially if you're putting it out there, because, even if it's somebody else's recipe, they're going to remember that Debbie shared it or Becky shared it or, whoever. And also remember to always be inviting. Okay, so like our call to action, but we also are always supposed to be inviting. I used to do like 3 invites a day and 3 follow-ups. And I'm not doing that anymore, and I should be, because tracking will make sure that you get it done. But I just feel like I'm so overwhelmed with all of the inviting and following up that I'm doing right now. I don't know how many I'm doing, but I know I'm doing more than that. But what will happen is, if I don't start tracking, then all of a sudden I haven't been inviting. And I'm telling you, the conversations that you start now are going to come to fruition later this month or next month. Okay? So most of the people that buy in February are conversations that you started in January. Okay? Because a lot of people like to go back and forth with you. So, and start inviting about 2 weeks before we start a group. So like our shred that starts Monday, really you should have been inviting to that 2 weeks ago. Not that it's too late, it's never too late, but that just gives you time to get, people ready and prepared and get those conversations going back and forth. All right, highlight the things that you love about your journey and coaching. All right. So in other words, always look for the positive. Like you could say, I just did not feel like working out today, but my coach messaged me, or I saw my coach post her workout and that just inspired me. Or it doesn't even have to be your coach. It could be somebody else in the challenge group, or, I just know my challenge group is counting on me doing this with them. I've committed to these people. So just always looking for things to highlight. Like I always talk about the team call after we get off. I always talk about how y'all just really encourage me by calling in. So, just always look for positive things that you can highlight, because people need more positivity and they're going to be drawn to you for that, just like we talked about earlier. Okay, so be careful to make sure that you're being consistent. You're a health coach now, so just make sure that the things that you're sharing on your timelines are consistent with the message that you're trying to get across. So, in other words, and I have not looked at any of your timelines, I promise. So if y'all posted anything, I'm not talking specifically to you, but, I have to be mindful of this. Like if I'm a health coach, I'm not going to be sharing coupons from Dunkin' Donuts. So just be mindful of that. It's not that you can't post things, but maybe share like a healthier alternative. Like, I used to love this dessert and now I figured out how to do it this way. Stuff like that. So just make sure that you're being consistent. Okay, so if you feel like you're at a loss as to what to post, even after we've talked about your own journey and how to share what's working for you and how to share it with a purpose, and you still feel like you're struggling, find a coach that you can relate to and that you admire. There are so many in the company. If you have any question about who to follow, and you don't have to like their page, you can just remember to go to it or save it on your toolbar. I've done that before. I did that with Brittany Powers for a while. I saved her on my toolbar and I would just go look, because I can relate to the types of things that she posts, and she's on our team and she's number 10 coach this year. But what you can do is just go look at their page and go back like a month and post what they post, but with your spin on it. Okay. And that'll just give you some content, until you come up with your own content, or because we don't always feel inspired. Sometimes we just have to do it because we know we're supposed to do it. And who knows, maybe somebody will comment something on there and that will encourage you. Now, if you ever start resenting the person that you're following, it happens, unfollow them. Okay? If you start comparing yourself to a big coach, it happens. People do it. Well, why is this going so well for her? And everybody's signing up with her. And I'm, and you're just constantly watching her. And, so sometimes you have to unfollow those people as well. Just take a break. All right. So there are a lot of people out there. If y'all ever feel like the market is saturated with Beachbody coaches, just remember how many people are in the world. And there are a lot of people out there just like you and I, waiting for somebody to reach out and invite them, waiting for somebody that they relate to. Okay, there's going to be people that relate to you that do not relate to me. So make yourself available. Make sure that you're posting in an approachable way. Don't forget your call to action. Again, like I said earlier, do they even know that you can help them? Because if you're not posting, then how do they know? And they will find somebody to help them. And it's happened to anybody who's been in this business for a while. Somebody signs up with another coach because they didn't realize that that's what you did. Boy, that stings. It happened to me early on, and I had to ask myself, why did she not know I was a coach? Okay, so I made it a point from there on out to make sure that everybody knows. All right, set goals for February. Set big, scary goals, okay? What's the worst that could happen? You get halfway there, so you set Success Club 10 and you get to 5. So set big goals. All right, I'm gonna unmute everybody and check the chat real quick to see if we have any questions that I need to answer. I love that y'all were using the chat tonight. Let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah, so, you know, if you see one of our coaches post something, you know, you can like or comment on it to encourage them, especially if you've noticed that nobody has liked or commented on it, because that's scary when you post something and nobody likes it. It happens to me all the time, you guys. But also just remember that maybe your tribe is not on right then. You know, maybe they didn't see it. There are prime times for posting. Early in the morning is a really good time, and then later in the evening, like now. And remember this one, don't ever forget, Sunday nights are prime, okay? Because Sunday nights are golden. Most people are feeling guilty about all the things they did over the weekend, whether it was food they ate or money they spent or blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people are dreading going to work the next day. Okay? So we have opportunities to help them. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, yeah, Sherry said that even if they know that you are a coach, they may choose somebody else. And that's true. And they may even choose you for a short time and then go with somebody else. But, you know, we're not for everybody, and that does hurt. It hurts my feelings. It's happened. But I'm starting to be okay with that. I'm going for bold this year. That was one of the things that I said I was going to just be bold this year. And that means that it's going to kind of weed out some of those people that are not for me, which means my Instagram is going to drop a little bit, and my like page, I'm getting some unlikes. But that's okay, because those weren't the people, you know, they're not for me. So just be you, and then let those people that are for you come to you. Okay, and don't forget to be inviting. Okay, so Carrie asked, what should we post on Sundays since more are watching? Okay, on Sundays, that is a great time to post either an invite to your challenge group. You can talk about some of the perks. I recommend that you talk about some of the perks, the benefits that you are getting from the challenge group, and then invite somebody. Don't just say, join my such and such group, okay? First talk about the perks, and then put the call to action for them to join you. The other thing is, and I try to do this every Sunday, is a coaching opportunity. I try to post something about the coaching opportunity, because a lot of people hate their jobs. And this is legit, y'all. This can be a real job, a real full-time job, okay? And so it takes a lot of work. It doesn't come easy, but it is an avenue for those people that hate their jobs. You know, if somebody has a passion for nutrition, fitness, and helping other people, this can be, you know, a big help for them. All right, let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, Sherry asks, any tips on getting people to commit? Okay, so usually, you know, just trying to find somebody's why, and, you know, just kind of digging and finding out what it is they're wanting to accomplish. And then once you've gotten to a certain point, just let them know, yes, it is X amount of money, but you're investing in yourself. It comes with a money back guarantee. And I like to say, I challenge you to try it for 30 days. And I'll ask people, are you ready? Are you ready to commit? And now I've even gotten to where with my discount coaches, I'm asking them to commit to purchasing Shakeology every month. Because the last thing I want are people committing to be a coach and then going inactive the next month. So they really need to be committed. I want to help them get goals. We will have a coach invite. I don't know, Tammy DeGroot and I are going to do it, and I don't know what we're going to call it yet, but it's going to be like a sneak peek. It's going to be for 3 days, and it's going to be on February the 27th, 28th, and 29th. So I'll give y'all more details when we put that together, but y'all need to start inviting people to that. People who you think would be a good Beachbody coach, okay, or anybody that you may have on HD already. They can be added to that as well. So I'll keep everybody posted on that. Sherry, I'll think about that question that you asked about tips on getting people to commit. Because I do think I have had some success with that because, I hit Success Club every month, but I don't think I've nailed down, like I should do that. I should think more about, okay, what is it? What is it? Like, is it something specific I'm getting at? So I'll think about that. I appreciate you asking that, and I'll post it in the team page if I think about it.
Well, I think, Arabellis and I are both struggling at this point, just trying to get people that they want in. And part of it is just going to be, they have to make up their mind. We know that, but it's like, is there just something that helps them make up their mind? I have the same person that keeps coming back to me month after month almost, and then she finally wanted me to send her the email, and I sent it, and she started the application, started everything, and didn't finish it. So I sent her, I said, it didn't go through. Was there a problem? And she said, oh no, I thought that it all went through. Well, that was 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I was like, what do you want?
Okay, so I will say this. Last year I talked too many people into doing stuff. I'm not doing that anymore. Okay, so I don't even focus on them anymore. And I don't let them take up a lot of my time either. Okay. Last year, I felt like I was begging people and talking them into it because you just know they're going to love it. You just, come on, you just do it. But this year, no, it's more, this is how wonderful it is. And if you'd like to join me, and then if they blow me off, then, I just leave the door open. Okay. And I'm having people come back to me, like in January, I started requiring people to do a challenge pack to be in my challenge groups, because my challenge groups were turning into support groups for all types of different programs, Weight Watchers and walking videos and all kinds of stuff. Well, I'm a Team Beachbody coach for a reason. I chose to be a Team Beachbody coach because I love the programs and they work. And so I limit them now. You have to have Shakeology and a program and commit to using those during the challenge. And I have a few of my girls that were in those groups coming back to me now already. They miss the group support. They want to go all in. So I think it does make a difference too, when you kind of set your own guidelines. You kind of have to know where you're at in the business, and that's going to be different for all of us. That's just what's worked for me. Does anybody else have any questions before we get cut off? Well, I hope that this...
I have an issue. Forget committing. I just have an issue with people even opening their eyes to the possibility of what it could do. Sherry will tell you, I've got a girlfriend of mine who's in one of our groups now. And Sherry will tell you she's posting all the time. But she flat out, I sent her a packet of Shakeology, but she was real quick to let me know, my husband has already said, no way, no how are you going to do this? We will not pay for this. So she let me know ahead of time, and that's not going to happen. So I told her, I said, maybe if you like it and you feel a difference, maybe we can work on it. Because he's also a friend of mine and my husband. So I'm thinking I'm going to get with him and say, look, she's a cancer survivor as well. Arabellis can relate to that. And, she's got a lot of weight to lose. She wants to get healthier. She's got a daughter who's 19 years old who's as big as she is, and they both could benefit. It's just a matter of getting the other people around them to open their eyes to it.
Yeah.
That they realize they can save money
Right.
by eating healthier because they're eating stuff.
Hey, Debbie, if I could share my story. I mean, I've been in remission since June of last year, so I'm recent, and doing Shakeology in the program for 5 weeks now, and I feel so much better. Just in the first week, just keeping up with everything. My hair's growing back fast. All my post chemo side effects I don't even feel them anymore. So to help you in that way, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if she would even be open to, it's very, very strange. It's just hard.
Yeah, and you know what? If Shakeology is used as intended, it's going to save people money.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people that. I say, if Shakeology is used as it's intended, it will save you money.
Absolutely.
And so people have to make up their minds and really, you can decide how much time you want to spend helping her. If you spend all your time helping her and you're not helping other people that are really ready to go 100% in. So you just kind of have to figure that out. But I think what we've decided for Debbie is that you need to just meet more people. So get Okay, everybody, if I went to your timelines tonight and looked at them, would I know that you're on a fitness journey? Would I be able to tell that you're on a nutrition and fitness journey?
Not this week.
Okay. So that's your goal, everybody. Set goals for February and make one of them to let everybody know that you're on this journey. Okay? I'm not asking you to put it out to the world that you're perfect, because guess what? You're not. Neither am I. So everybody have a wonderful week. I appreciate y'all calling in. And if you have any questions that you think of later, just post them on the team call. I'll upload it later. And I hope y'all have a great night.
You too.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.